Hello and welcome to Crochet CJ episode 26. I know it's been 2 weeks instead of my normal 1 week. We'll get into that in a minute. I'm a mom and midwife, and I'm a born again Christian, and I love people enough to tell them that. It's good to see you guys. We will jump right in with finished objects. So I did finish the blanket that never ends, the half double crochet blanket that I made out of Bernat velvet in the pagoda color for my son-in-law. He has already picked it up, and I didn't take a picture. I know. But I mean, it was Bernat velvet with half double crochet. It was huge, and I don't know how I could have taken a picture of it because it was huge. My other finished object, I made a double crochet hat, and basically I just did, the ribbing around the bottom, and then I just went around and did a single crochet around the band after I got it done, and then I did double crochets in all those single crochets. This is to go with my infinity scarf that I made out of this same yarn. This is the yarn that my friend Becky at Funny Farm Crochet sent me. It's called Arena, and it's the Uptown worsted from Universal Yarns. And I know it's Kansas City Chiefs colors, and I know it's somebody else. KU? No. There's another university or something. But this is also Gryffindor colors. And I consider myself a Gryffindor because I'm a Harry Potter nerd. There you go. So those are my only finished objects. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, and that's kind of why it's been 2 weeks. So you guys know I went to Crystal's crochet retreat last weekend. I did complete a hat and scarf for Operation Gratitude, which is the charity that we were making hats and scarves for. Crystal supplied all of the yarn, and we all made hats and scarves, and those go to our troops, men and women, servicemen and women, who we thank very much for their service. And having a child in the Army, and have brothers who served, and many other nephews and brothers-in-law and sisters-in-law, having a lot of people in my family who've served in the armed forces. I'm always happy when someone does something great for them because they deserve it. I also finished an 8-inch granny square to put in the granny square blanket that we auctioned off for charity. And it was simply some red heart in like a burgundy color with a white trim. What was cream colored trim? It was crimson and cream because it was an OU square, because I'm from Oklahoma. There you go. Joys in progress. I'm still working on my fabulous socks. They've been sitting in hibernation. I'm still waiting on my 3mm crochet hook that I ordered through Amazon. Apparently it's coming from the UK, and I'm guessing it's swimming here under its own power because it was mailed on the 15th of April, and it is now May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Oh my goodness. Star Wars nerd too. There you go. And then the other thing that I'm working on is a pattern test for Lori Lulu 327. And so I can't show that to you because it's a pattern test. So I'm almost done with it. I hope to be done with it today. Acquisitions and the crochet retreat. So, the people you meet at crochet retreats are awesome anyway. But you just almost feel like so many people already. So, when I first got there, I was a little early because I was planning to go and meet Rose from Rose Likes Crochet for lunch. And when I got there, Rose and all these lovely people are setting up, and there's Crystal. Little fangirl moment. Ah. And this is what happens when you don't know when you haven't ever learned how to post pictures on your YouTube channel. You end up doing this. So there I am with Crystal. If you've been on my Facebook, you've seen this picture. It was just really awesome. There I am with Rose. If you're on my Facebook, you've seen this picture. This is another wonderful lady. Her name is Joyce. She is Crystal's right-hand woman, and she helps set up a lot of stuff for the retreats and stuff, and does wonderful things. And so that first day I got to meet Joyce and Rose and Crystal in person, and I also got to meet this lovely lady Therese and her beautiful, that's one of her beautiful dogs, Bella. She has another dog that was staying with her husband at the hotel during the retreat. And Therese is from Canada. She's awesome. She helped do a lot of the setup and just worked really hard. There were a lot of people working in the background. You know, I know Brenda does a lot of work, and Penny. You know, people just do a lot of great stuff. And then I met Brian and Karen from Fiber Hearts, so that was cool to meet them. And then this was our table the second day I was there. So in this photo is Rose and Paula from Indiana, and then a really nice lady named Ellen, and another really nice lady named Karen, whom I got to meet. And they were the 6 at our table. That was the 6 of us. Sorry, I probably didn't hold it up very long. Anyway, really, really great people. I only stayed through the second day. The third day, Sunday I got up and had breakfast with Rose and Paula, and then I headed home because, you know, if I would have stayed until 4 when the retreat was over, that would have put me home about 10 o'clock at night, and actually about 11 o'clock at night. And so, you know, by yourself in the dark driving down the interstate, not always the most fun thing in the world. However, I had a fabulous time and will definitely go back. If there's another retreat, I would definitely go back. I really enjoyed myself and got to meet lots of lovely people. So that was a long kind of introduction into the first thing I'm going to show you is a very sweet lady who's one of my subscribers. Her name is also Carla. I won't mention last names, but anyway, she brought me this cute little plush llama that she found. And she also brought me some Easter egg dye tablets because she knows I dye yarn. So I thought that was really sweet of her. Mary Beth is another one of my subscribers. She's actually a fellow Oklahoman, and she made me this really nice little kitchen scrubby. I can't wait to use it. See, I have to wait till I video before I can use any of my stuff. And then when I got home, I had a cute little card and just a little, I was thinking of you when I saw these from Kendall. She was the subscriber that won my very first giveaway, and she was just like, I saw these and thought of you, and so she sent me these really cute sugar skull buttons. There's those 3 bigger ones, and then there's like, oh my goodness, I didn't count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 of these smaller sugar skull buttons. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. But thank you, Kendall, very much. That was really sweet of you. And then my friend Anna at Anna's Adventures with Anna. Adventures with Anna is her channel name, so go check her out. She sent me this. I don't remember if I showed this before. I don't think it. She had sent me this before I went on the retreat, but it's a really soft plush journal. Ah, isn't that cute? It's a llama. I know, everybody knows I like llamas. I am not trying to take over as the great llama lover that Llama Mama Kayla is, because she will always be the queen of llamas. But I do like them, and so I'm starting to collect a few of them, and that's okay. You guys have already met Lulu, and of course, Luther. I decided to name him Luther. Luther and Lulu Llama. I thought that would make a nice little family set there. So that's what I named them. Rose got me a bag of goodies. So when I arrived, she Oh, and I just threw the card on the floor. Anyway, more llama things. There were several of each of these items in my goodie bag that she sent me. Llama, 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 llama. Because she knows I like llamas. And there was even a llama pencil case. Isn't that cute? Can't wait to put some hooks or something in that. There was this really cute little nail file, and it has its own little package. And of course, no crochet bag is complete without some yarn. So she brought me some Target yarn. This is the Handmade Modern. It's a worsted weight. It's a 4 medium. Recommended hook size is an H, and it is 100% acrylic. This is lilac. It's really pretty because I love purple also. This one is amethyst, more purple. And then this one is bouquet, and it has purple and pink and I don't know what that color in between is. Maybe lavender or something like that, but it's got all sorts of colors in it. So she brought me those, and then she got me this, which I have tried and tried and tried to buy on AC Moore online, and every time I try to buy it, it's out of stock. This is a hank of the Stitch Studio by Nicole Nouveau. This color is, well, doesn't really say. I'm guessing it just has a number. Anyway, it's 45% acrylic, 45% polyester, and 10% wool, and there's 492 yards. It's a 3 weight, and they recommend a E. Is that right? An E? No, maybe it's an F. I think it's an F hook they recommend for it. Anyway, isn't that pretty, those colors? And like I said, I've been trying to find that online, and it is always sold out. This one has 180 yards, this bouquet one, and then the solids have 219 yards on that Target yarn. She was like, she wasn't sure if I could find Target yarn. I haven't looked at my Target. I don't know if we have yarn at our Target or not. So I'm not sure. I didn't just unplug my mic, did I? Okay. Now what I do with my notebook. Sorry, I know. That irritates people when I slurp. I don't do it on purpose. Just drinking my coffee while it's warm. And you guys know, when you go to a crystal retreat, you come home with bags of yarn, okay? So I have tried to condense it down into a couple of bags just so that I know what I've got. But this bag is completely full of yarn. This was some really unique yarn, and Paula told me how to make a potato chip scarf out of it, so I made a potato chip scarf. The yarn itself looks like this, and it's kind of like a netting. You know, kind of like a netting look. Anyway, I have 4 balls of that, and I need to figure out some other stuff to make with it. And then I also won these fingerless gloves in one of my prize packages. So when you go in, you get a bag full of goodies. It has yarn and different things in it, a notebook and things like that. And then it has a raffle ticket. So everybody gets a raffle ticket. Everybody that's signed up, you know, gets a raffle ticket. This was in our little bag. Everybody got, some people got like the furry ones, but it's just a neat little, I'm sure it's considered a makeup bag, but it is a nice little project bag. And it had like full-size scissors in it, a couple of crochet hooks, some tapestry needles, yarn needles, stitch markers, measuring tape, a pen. There was something else in here, I think, and I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, you know, that was really cool because everybody who goes in gets that. And plus, there was some yarn in the bag too. So you get, they put all the tickets in a bowl, and then like she'll draw them out, and you'll win random like bags or even just a skein or whatever of yarn. And then she had this thing that was full of ping pong balls, and you got to go draw out of it. And if you drew out of it, there was a number on your ball. That was how many skeins of yarn you got to go pick out of the many, many boxes of yarn. Of course, I got number 1, so I got 1. The lowest number you can get, because that's how my luck works, okay? I'm not, you know, I don't win a lot of stuff, and that's okay. But at Crystal's retreat, everybody wins. So everybody gets something. So even at the end, if your name hadn't been drawn, if you raised your hand that you hadn't won something that day, she made sure you won something. And then they also did some, you could buy raffle tickets, and then they raffled off, you know, if you won, if your name was drawn in that, you could pick out one of many prizes. I mean, there were sewing machines and a TV and a Keurig and a water cooler. There were some rolling carts. And I mean, you know, we had some people who, I mean, I just bought a few tickets because I didn't go planning to spend money on that. I didn't even think about it. And so I didn't buy as many as some people. And we had some ladies that bought a lot of tickets, and they won a lot. And there were people who complained about that. They bought a lot of tickets. If you didn't buy a lot of tickets, why are you complaining? And if you didn't buy any tickets at all, why are you complaining? You still got yarn. You still did. That's enough of that little chastisement. I didn't mean to bring the party down, but I don't understand why people can't just be happy for others when they win, especially when they spent the money on the tickets. Okay, and so this is a Santa sack. So this didn't come with this much yarn in it, but this is like the rest of the yarn I got. I mean, there's just too much yarn to show you guys. Sorry, there's just so much of it. I can't. This would go on forever if I sat here and showed you all of the yarn that I won. Needless to say, I will be sending out Happy Mail with some yarn in it because I received a lot of yarn. And literally yesterday while I was on Zoom and the other ladies were talking and visiting, I was like moving things around so I could even walk through my room where I film and where I keep all my yarn, because there were packages and bags of yarn everywhere. I mean, I have a Mustang, which I realize people don't consider a big car, but it has a nice sized trunk. My trunk was full of yarn. Between Rose and Crystal and, you know, it was full of yarn. So I'm just saying, I got a lot of yarn. And Crystal, sometimes she would just pick up yarn and start throwing it into the crowd, which was a lot of fun. Now you got to watch it, because these people, it's like single women at a wedding. They will dive in front of you to catch yarn like they do a bouquet at the wedding, okay? I'm just saying. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got mad. We just had a lot of fun with that. The other thing she would do is she would just randomly, we played bingo. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, and I never bingo, and that's fine. Again, I don't win a lot of things. I'm hoping all that's storing up so that one day I'll win the lottery. Then I can just crochet and rescue dogs. But at one point, you know, everybody knows that Crystal loves Freddie Mercury. She's a big Queen fan. She wore some really cute shirts, Freddie Mercury shirts. And so at one point we're sitting around and she starts talking about this one song that Queen does. And so being the ham that I am, I just started singing it. And when I finished the line I was singing and stopped singing, I heard Crystal say, "Who was doing that?" And everybody was like, "Oh, that was Carla." And that's when I got that sack full of yarn. So see, I sang for my yarn. Wasn't singing for my supper, but I sang for my yarn. So that was a lot of fun. Anyway, we went to Crystal's Walmart. It was pretty funny because we were just kind of killing some time in between setup and going back Friday evening at 4 p.m. for the retreat to start. So Rose and Joyce and I went to lunch, and then afterwards Rose and no, maybe that was Saturday that we went there. No, I think it was Friday evening. We went to Walmart, to Crystal's Walmart there in Vandalia, and we're of course in the yarn aisle. And who shows up? Crystal. Crystal showed up. She's like, "I'm just making sure you aren't clearing out my Walmart." Rose found me this pillow, so I had to buy it. Isn't that cute? No problema. I know. Walmart had it. And you know, and I bought some other things. They had some stuff on clearance. I bought some more Easter egg dye. And then I did buy yarn. This is Mandala Sparkle. And the colorway is Nova. Mandala Sparkle is from Lion Brand. It's 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. It's 328 yards. It's a lightweight 3, and it is 94% acrylic and 6% polyester. Anyway, it's really pretty. I like the like coral or peach or whatever colors you want to call that. I really like that. So Karen, one of the lovely ladies that I met that was at our table that second day, she is from, I'm gonna forget, Olathe, Kansas? I don't think I'm right. It's near Kansas City. That's terrible. I should remember. It's been a week. I've slept since then, okay? And, you know, that's another reason I didn't get a video in. Monday I was actually off and I was planning to do a video, but I was so tired from the drive and just, you know, from all the excitement and stuff. And then I was working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then yesterday I got off at, you know, at 9 o'clock in the morning because I had to stay over and teach a class. And so I just kind of decided to take a break yesterday and then get up this morning and film. The other thing I got, anyway, Karen, sorry, man, I am just rambling today. She was telling us about this young man named Damien who has an Etsy shop called Studio 912 Designs, and showing us this fantastic bag that she had. And so I ordered a bag. I really like this pattern. It has a beautiful, you know, I mean, this is a really well-made bag. This guy designs these and makes them. It's got this really nice zipper pocket on the front. And then on the inside of the bag, there, of course, is your strap. It's a really nice canvas bag. And then it's got 3 very nice sized pockets on the inside, and of course, you know, the inside is a nice canvas too. This bag is constructed beautifully. It is just beautifully done. And again, his name is Damien, and his Etsy is Studio 912 Designs. So if you're looking for a bag, he has other sizes and stuff too. I just really like this big one. And I mean, I ordered that Saturday, and I want to say I got it Monday. Maybe it was Tuesday. Anyway, he sent it out literally the day I ordered it. I know that probably doesn't always happen because sometimes it's not early enough to get to the post office or there's other things going on, but he literally sent that out the day I bought it. So anyway, it got here quickly. I really like it. I can't wait to start using it. That's probably going to be my new traveling bag. Okay, I think that is it, except for some shout outs. You know, I'm so thankful for everybody who subscribes and watches, and I really hope that you enjoy watching me ramble on about things I've made and yarn I have and things like that. I do hope you enjoy that. And I've gained a lot of new subscribers due to shout outs from a lot of my friends. Mary at Mary's Crochet Chit Chat gave me a shout out, so that was really sweet. And she does it several times because she's always talking about me, because we're sisters, right? Sisters from another mister. And then Rose at Rose Likes Crochet, I know she talks about me and had talked about meeting me, and so I know I got some more. Karen and Brian from Fiber Hearts, I got to meet them at the retreat, and I know they talked about me on their channel, so I think I got some people from them. And then of course Crystal, who has many subscribers, she references me, if I'm on her lives, and I know she showed some pictures of me in her videos and stuff and talked about me from the crochet retreat videos. So, Crystal at Bag O' Day, I've gotten a lot of subscribers from her. Krista at The Secret Yarnery, Krista, when I'm on her live, she always mentions me. And not that you have to know my name, Crochet CJ is my channel, and so when I'm on any type of YouTube activities, live or anything, it always says Crochet CJ. But it's really neat when people know that my name is Carla, and they say, oh, there's Carla from Crochet CJ, and things like that. And so and I don't always remember people's names when their channel names show up. Sometimes I forget what their actual name is because I'm so used to seeing that channel name, and I have to think for a minute, okay, that is, Sharon's Crochet Corner. She's another lovely lady. I mean, now that we're just kind of getting into some shout outs, we talk about each other all the time, and I'm probably going to leave somebody out, and I apologize for that, but I will catch you next time around. Melanie at Stitch to My Lou, Joanna at Joe's Web, Becky at Funny Farm Crochet. Becky is a wonderful, sweet, giving person. She is always sending stuff to people. I mean, I think most of us are, but Becky just seems to have the talent for picking out just the perfect thing to send to you to cheer you up and make you feel great. Carrie at Happy Crafty Homemaker, Carrie is inspiring me to get back into knitting, and so I'm going to be working on that next week, hopefully. Although I took on another pattern test, even though I'm not done with the current one I'm doing. I know it's a thing. I enjoy the challenge of new patterns. I enjoy seeing them before other people see them. It's just so much fun. Teresa from Little Trees Treasures, she's another very sweet lady who just always cheers me up when I get to talk to her. Karen from KB Fibers, really, really great lady. I enjoy her. Jackie from Jackie's Crochet Creations. And you have to remember, Jackie's is Jackie apostrophe S, and then crochet, and then the last word creations is creation apostrophe S. So if you don't put it in that way, you can't find her on YouTube, just saying. Melissa from Melissa Kreider Yaks, she's another really sweet lady. I enjoy visiting with her. Angela, the Crafty Fairy Godmother, she's a lot of fun too. Beth at Heaven's Peacemaker. There are so many other people out there that I love and really enjoy speaking with. Dana at Tabitha's Treasures. And I said I'm going to miss some people because there are just so many people. I subscribe to over 200 channels. So obviously I'm not going to be able to watch them all. But I watch as many as I can. Anyway, so I have gone to almost 30 minutes. By the time I'm done, it's probably going to be 30 minutes, which is unusual for me. I usually try not to go past 20. But like I said, it's been 2 weeks. I will try not to let that happen again. You guys have a wonderful week. Remember that Jesus loves you, and so do I. And you guys take care.